What is up, everybody? This is Erik, the one, the only barrier collector, and boy, do I have a very special Gatetto Game Too Expensive to Own episode for you guys. First of all, this is my 35th Games Too Expensive to Own episode, and this is also my 150th episode for my YouTube channel. As far as game reviews themselves, like all the videos solely based on game reviews, this is my 150th episode. So I'm very happy to bring you a game from back in the days that is considered to me one of my top 10 favorite games of all times, of indefinitely, for sure. And that game is the very expensive to own Magic Knight Rayearth for the Sega Saturn. Now, yes, this one. I love this game, guys. Now, you guys are wondering why the cover looks the way it does. Well, I do not own a copy of it. It's a burnt copy of the US version. However, I do own the Sega Saturn Japanese version of it. Which is, I think, considered to be the special edition of it. So, I do own this one. I used to own an original complete copy of Magic Knight Rayearth back in the days. I'll get into that story in a minute. However, let's get on to the basics of the game. Magic Knight Rayearth was a game developed by Saturn back in 1996, I believe, or 95. It was one of the very first games that was, 1995. It was one of the very first games that came out for the Sega Saturn at launch. However, the original US version of the game was supposed to come out in 1996. Or somewhere around that time. However, due to developmental hell and localization, not issues, but more of the meticulousness of the localization of the US version, this game did not come out till 1998, and it's the very last Sega Saturn US released game. Now, story-wise, the game Magic Knight Rayearth is actually a popular manga series in Japan, an anime series in Japan. My girlfriend says that she's seen episodes of Magic Knight Rayearth. I am yet to see the cartoon. I've never seen it. I know that it's based on that cartoon and manga. However, I've never seen it. And I know that there's different versions of Magic Knight Rayearth. There's a Super Nintendo version, there's 2 Game Boy versions, and there's 2 Sega Game Gear versions of the games. And all of them, from what I researched, they're considered to be different games. They don't follow each other, like there's no sequence. But all in all, generally the main basis of the game is that there are 3 young teenage girls, Hikaru, Fu, and Umi. They get transported to the land of Sephiroth to defeat the evil Zagat and save the Princess Emerald, and save the land of Sephiroth, of course. In this game, basically, it is a Zelda-style 3-quarter adventure RPG game. As far as this one, I have yet to play the Japanese version of it. But from the notes that I read, of course, this one was developed by Sega. This one was developed by legendary company Working Designs. And of course, the reason why they spent a long time bringing it out is because Working Designs spent a lot of time localizing it and adding more features to the game, like adding like anime sequences, a lot of voiceover acting, songs, you name it. This game has a lot of it, as well as the way that they featured the game. Now, they say that the Japanese version of this game is a lot simpler than the US version of it, which is what Working Designs did. They made it a lot harder to play than the Japanese version. They also add, like I said, they added the more voiceover actings, more anime sequences and whatnot. But all in all, they packaged this up. Like, for the last game of the Sega Saturn, I feel like the console in the US went out with a bang with this one. Now, going back to when I used to own a copy of this particular game, yes, I used to own an original copy of the Working Designs game. I'm a huge fan of Working Design games. Pretty much, I got almost all of the Working Design games for the PlayStation 1. PlayStation 2, I have all the ones that were released. Unfortunately, for the Sega Saturn, Working Design games have been so expensive that I only have one for the Sega Saturn at the moment. But back then, I used to have several. And this was one of them, and I regret so much getting rid of it. I kicked myself in the rear end because this game is so expensive. A single disc can go for several $100s to a complete copy going for a few $1,000s as of the making of this video. So yes, this is a very expensive game. This one, I got this one about 2 years. I got it pre-co or during COVID, but I didn't spend a lot of money on it, and it's now becoming a game too expensive to own, even the Japanese version of it. A copy like this can probably run you, the last time I checked, it could be about 50-60 bucks, or it could go for a little less. But the cool thing about this one is that it came with its own artwork, and I guess since I don't know how to read Japanese, it has like the character bios of all the characters and how they made them and whatnot. It's very interesting, and the people, related to the game and whatnot. I can't read Japanese, but it looks awesome. I'm guessing these are the voice actors for the Japanese version of it. There goes a picture of Umi, Fu, and Hikaru, and that little guy is Mokona. So yeah, very interesting. It came with this, so I have a complete copy, the little registration card, and I think these are stickers. And of course, this one has the instruction booklet. It's a pretty decent copy. The book, very interesting, very colorful. I love it. I love it. And yes, this is one of my all-time favorite top 10 games of all time. If you were to ask me what's one of my favorite games, this will be one of them for sure. And it's just that I had a lot of fond memories with this one. I made friends, believers, when they played this game. They laughed when I picked it up. I remember when I went to go buy it. I believe I got my copy of this one at Walden Software in Hayward in Southland Mall when it was there back in the days. And I remember my friends were laughing at me for picking such a girly game. But when they started playing it and they played it, they were like, whoa, they liked it. They really liked the game. So very fun game. Very fond memories of that time. 1998 would have put me about a year after I graduated high school. And definitely one of those times that I would go pick up games. And yes, very nostalgic, but definitely a game that you guys should give a shot and play it. I know it's not that easy to emulate Sega Saturn games and whatnot, but give it a shot to do so because you guys won't regret it. Especially the way that Working Designs put a lot of care in the way they localized this game. It's, to me, it's like probably one of their best games from Working Designs, which I can see why the game goes for a lot of money. Plus, it's the last game of the console, so you should just give it a shot. The Japanese version, unfortunately, I've never played it, but yes, still worth it. I'm probably gonna end up playing this one at some point or another. I want to see the differences. I haven't really seen much of what the differences are in the game, but all in all, definitely a game you guys should play. So yes, this is my 150th video game review episode, as well as my 35th Gatero, aka Games Too Expensive to Own episode. Definitely one that I wanted to bring out for such a long time, and finally I made the video. So I apologize, the length of the video is really long because the part that I play for about 40-some minutes. Most of it is introduction and a lot of like anime sequences and whatnot, but it's really fun to watch. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this video game review. Hope you guys enjoy the gameplay of the game. This has been Eric, the one and only Bay Area Collector. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. So one more thing I forgot to tell you guys was that I got this guy for Father's Day. And I got so excited in making the video, but I forgot to include him. And that is Mokona. Yeah, Mokona plush. Very, very nice plush. Got this one for Father's Day. If you pull the cord, it kind of wobbles. It does its thing. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the gameplay footage of the game. Thank you to my son Logan, my daughter Lexi, my girlfriend Lily for this wonderful gift. I was looking at this character for a while, and it's a great addition to my collection, and definitely is going to be put on future displays when I do videos. Anyways, this has been Eric, the one and only bear collector, with Mokona. Peace out.
This land, this place, the dark tide must be quelled. I must call them.
Have an important fencing match tomorrow and we're wasting time here. Oh my, you look lost. Can I help you? Flash, what are you doing here?
Is something wrong?
This cute little mutt is my very naughty dog. I have to catch him before he causes any trouble. Wait! I'll help you! Flash! Oh, what a darling little puppy. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's gotten into him.
Magic Knights, I summon thee.
Where are we?
It appears that the Magic Knights have been summoned from beyond the barrier.
And so, the legend becomes an embarrassing reality.
What can they hope to accomplish using these children? Even if they manage to release Emerald, their power is too limited to be of consequence.
Quite true, my liege.
Of course, we must watch them closely to minimize any chance for surprises.
As you wish.
kind of nightmare is this? That hurt!
Since we're all conscious of what's happening, I think we can rule out dreaming.
It was a figure of speech. But whatever. We have to find out what happened. What is this strange place?
It appears we've been blown out of our world and into another.
One thing's for certain. This isn't Tokyo. As we were falling, I saw a floating mountain and a volcano in the distance.
I noticed that too, though I decided I might be hallucinating.
Look, I'm not in the mood to compare trips. We've got to find a way out of here.
Well, why don't we introduce ourselves first?
What?
Admittedly, this is a trying circumstance, but we can at least stay civil. Introductions seem like a natural starting point. Then we can put our heads together and get out of here.
Count me in. Then I guess I have no choice. Count me in too.
My mother said I blew in on a breeze, so I became known as Fu, which means wind.
My friends call me Umi. I'm 14, in the 8th grade. What a coincidence! I'm 14 too. My name's Hikaru. What? You're the same age as me? You look like you're still in elementary school.
I must confess that I have the very same impression of you.
Oh, honestly. I quite obviously am substantially more mature than you, Fu.
Are you going to bicker all day? Enough! Emerald must have made some mistake. You can't be the legendary Magic Knights. You're just bumbling children.
What do you mean, children? You're more of a child than I am, buddy.
I have lived on this world for 745 years.
What? But who are you?
My name is Clef. I am the High Priest of Sephiroth, and your guide in this realm. Until you reach the end of your journey together, you cannot return home.
Master, the legendary Magic Knights have successfully landed.
It seems that our precious Emerald is not bound as tightly as we'd thought.
Her intent must be to revive the ancient machines.
We must have a plan to counter Emerald's activities, Zegat.
Your impudence reveals your age. Master Zegat knows all.
The ones Emerald has summoned from beyond the barrier are merely children. But now that Clef is guiding them, there may be more cause for concern.
That meddlesome priest is the fly in our ointment.
The question is, how do we remove him?
Alcyone,
Yes, Master Zegat.
the time has come for a little child abuse.
My pleasure, Zegat.
This world is known as Sephiroth. You have been summoned by Princess Emerald to fulfill your destiny and save us. Summon Ray Blast!
Holy smoke!
When Emerald was free, this land knew nothing of danger and suffering. All beings of Sephiroth lived together in peace and harmony, fearing nothing. But now, this world reels as a dark chaos seeks to engulf our very souls. Mutant beasts of unthinkable savagery have consumed our world with fear.
All of this came about simply because a princess was taken from you?
Yes, Emerald was the cornerstone of all Sephiroth. She alone held the power to keep it in balance. You see, in our world, simple thought is the most powerful kind of magic. And a soul pure in thought can wield more power than the most insidious of evils. Princess Emerald held our world together, quite literally, with her prayers.
But then someone stole her away? And why would anyone want to imprison her?
Zegat, her most trusted aide, has turned this black deed. His lust for power has pushed him to bind the princess and hold her in darkness.
It all just sounds so very barbaric. How can it be true?
And besides, what relevance does this have to us? We're not of this world.
Our best soldiers, knights, and magicians have tried and failed to defeat Sagat. The people of Sephiroth simply cannot challenge the strength of his thought successfully.
That settles it. We will become these magic knights and save Emerald for you. Hey, hold on a minute. What makes you think you can speak for the rest of us, Princess?
It is by Emerald's wish that you have been called to this land. Only by claiming your destiny as magic knights can her wish be fulfilled, and only when that happens will the way home reopen to you.
So in a nutshell, we have no choice. To get home, we must save Sephiroth.
Your destiny is to become magic knights and revive the machines.
Machines?
Can you wield magic?
You must have known that, Clef. There's no way we can wield magic.
I had hoped that you would have at least some magic ability, but no matter. Magic transmission now!
What a rush! I've never felt anything like that. What was it?
I tried to give you some of my magic, but it seems that instead, magic has chosen you. Hikaru, close your eyes and feel the power. Can you sense it? The strength swelling within your very soul.
I can feel it. My heart seems ablaze with a sense of purpose.
That's right. You experience the wellspring of your magic.
What's that?
It appears that Sagat's forces have caught up with us.
What?
Summon Griffin. Get on, quickly!
But what are you gonna do?
I shall stop them from following you. Now go!
That's insane!
There is no time to argue. Go! Look for the machines. Volcano, sea, and sky. The machines are there.
Clef, don't be a fool!
Go east. Tricia is there, within the Forest of Silence. Obtain weapons from her and join Mokona.
Well, well, well. It's been far too long, Clef.
You always were a weak-minded follower, Alcyone. Your alignment with evil disappoints, but does not surprise me.
And yet I remain grateful to you, dear Clef. With the magic you taught me to master, I can now do things like this! I would expect no less a fight from the best magician in Sephiroth.
I taught you the secrets of my magic to protect Emerald. Now you spit in my face by turning the knowledge I gave you to the service of evil.
Ah, yes. The Clef I still remember vividly. Pure to the last. But how will she defeat me if I taught her, you ask? Simple. I just call on Sagat. Sagat! Power up now!
As you wish, Alcyone.
No!
Ha! Those sniveling Magic Knight wannabes are as good as mine now!
If Alcyone destroys the 3 emeralds summoned, there can be no magic knights, and the machines will remain sealed forever. I pray they are strong enough, for soon this stone will overtake me, and the real enemy is much stronger than Alcyone.
Oh, I'm so worried. I wonder if Clef is all right.
Come on, Foo! Didn't you see the power he had? Of course he's all right. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he's already ahead of us at the Forest of Silence.
What have we here? Oh my! It's a gang of optimists! How positively saccharine! Summon Ice Daggers! incredible show of courage I've yet witnessed. I, dear child, am Alcio.
You! What have you done with Clef? I hope he's all right.
Clef is fine. He's far too stubborn to fall to someone as lame as this.
Ah, such brave words in the face of impending doom. Don't delude yourself. Your little guardian is solid stone by now, kiddies.
Liar! I won't believe it!
No way! How can that be possible?
Don't worry your pretty little air-filled heads. His time had come, and so has yours. Ta-ta, little ones. With you dies the legend of the Magic Knights. Be careful, little one. You wouldn't want to fall off the griffin before I killed you. You'll pay for this! Ooh, will you pay? This isn't over yet!
I don't believe it, Hikaru! You did it! You really did it!
That must have been the magic Clef was talking about. Magic? Yes. Yes! That was my magic!
Speaking of Clef, what are we gonna do now? He's been immobilized.
I won't believe it until I see it myself. We must go back.
Isn't that rather dangerous?
We can't leave him back there if he's in trouble. What kind of person would suggest that? Please, try to stay calm. Raised voices won't solve our problem. Hikaru, if we go back and find he is stone, we don't have the means to reverse the spell. Besides, don't you remember that Clef told us to save Sephiroth at all costs?
That's right! Going back now would play right into the hands of those wishing to stop us. To save Sephiroth, we must follow Clef's instructions and move forward at any cost.
I know. You're right. We have to press on. If I remember right, Clef's instructions were that we should head east. Yes, I'm sure of it now. He said to head east in the Forest of Silence to meet Prisia.
Wait a minute. I wonder if this could be the Forest of Silence.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get moving. Hello? Anybody home? It seems as if no one is at home right now.
Perhaps this isn't even Prisia's house.
Did you see that? The door just opened. What kind of person leaves their home unlocked? It's not safe.
Well, let's not waste time just talking about it.
You mean go into the house? Isn't that bad manners?
Okay, fine. You stay out here with your manners and the monsters, and we'll go in.
Gee.
Magic Knights. It is my duty to welcome you here. Oh, and by the way, my name is Precia. I'm the senior commander here on Sephiroth.
Clef?
And Precia's Mysterious Sephiroth Lecture number 1.
You have accomplished the first objective of your journey. Makona is in your party.
It is foretold that Makona will be no end of help to the Magic Knights.
You should already know to press Start in order to access the command menu.
And there you can use items that Makona is holding for you and change various settings.
The most important command to remember is illustrated diary writing.
Use it often, and you will have many wonderful memories of your adventures. You now know the basics. Time to end the session and return to the game. Have fun!
See you later, kids!
What do you know? Just girls.
Summon Healing Wind!
I'm in your debt.